Hello everyone, it's me again with another last-minute Final Fantasy XIV event video. This time, it's the Heavensturn 2024 event, and I procrastinated so long that it's now the last day of the event. And I gotta get it finished because there's a big 24-hour long maintenance tonight. So, this is my last chance. Let's just get right into it. I'm in Limsa Limensa, and looks like the event starts right over here. Alright, we got the Ryu Doshin. What's he say? Good morrow to you, my lord. I am the Ryu Doshin, a member of a far eastern delegation come to share our traditions of Heavensturn with the good people of Eorzea. If there is aught you would know of this year's celebration, you need only ask. What do you do here? At the turning of the year, a small delegation of our people will journey to Eorzea to celebrate the coming of Heavensturn, and in so doing, strengthen the bonds of friendship between Eorzea and the Far East. This year, our leader, the Ryu Bugyo, has brought with her two very special little guests to mark the occasion. I have met these guests myself, and I assure you they do not disappoint. What is Heavensturn? You are unfamiliar with this festival? The tradition has a rich history which dates back centuries, but I do not wish to bore you, so I shall try and keep my summation brief. Heavensturn is a celebration that marks the start of a new year, though the way in which it is observed differs from region to region. Here in Eorzea, it is said that the 12 select one among them to keep vigil over the realm, until the next passing of the 12 moons. I believe this year it is Althic, keeper of time and surveyor of space, who has been charged with this duty. In the Far East, however, the changing of the year is heralded by one of 12 totem animals. As you have no doubt discerned from my helm, this year we pay homage to the mighty Ryu. I speak of a creature you might liken to a dragon. Cool. We got a festival supplier. We got some Zoni. This is a clear soup served on special occasions. Its origins are in the Far East. And a magic prism advent cakes. This peculiar contraption creates illusions by weaving together myriad shades of light. Produces a festive stack of Heavensturn advent cakes. Cool. Alright. To be a mascot, the Ryu Metsuke seeks the aid of a kindly adventurer. Well met, friend, and welcome to our festivities. I am known in my homeland of Hingashi as the Ryu Metsuke, and it is my delegation's solemn charge to share our Heavensturn custom with the peoples of Eorzea, that we might join hands in revelry. Although Heavensturn is observed in both our lands to mark the coming of a new year, there is a difference between our traditions. Here in Eorzea, a deity is chosen from among the 12 to preside over the heavens, while in the Far East we honor one of the 12 noble beasts. And this year, that beast is the mighty Ryu, a creature you Eorzeans might liken to a dragon. Now, in order to liven up the festivities, we decided to have a pair of horsebird hatchlings, or should I say chocobo chicks, serve as mascots. Winsomely dressed in draconic attire, we were certain that they would delight all who laid eyes upon them. However, when the Ryu Bugyo, the leader of our delegation, presented one of the chicks to a crowd, the reception was disappointingly muted. We know not where we erred. I say, you are an adventurer, are you not? In the course of dispensing aid, you might have acquired some insight into the people's interests. Loath though I am to impose, would you not help us identify our plan's failings? In so doing, we may yet find a way to win over the locals with our mascots. You have my thanks. To begin, I ask that you seek out the Ryu Bugyo. For want of passers-by, she decided to wander around this plaza with her hatchling. When you find her, pray ask her for her account of our dilemma, and thence help us find a solution. Alright. What's going on here? Why is this chocobo chick wearing that costume? Oh, curious about our delegation too, are you? That is well, for I was just about to introduce our mascot, Ryunosuke, to this young lady. Feast your eyes on a horsebird among horsebirds, the pinnacle of plumage. I dare say Heavensturn has never hatched a mascot as utterly charming as our regal Ryu. Well, he's certainly adorable, but what's a Ryu? And why do you have him dressed up in that costume? An excellent question. You see, we wish to present the charms of the Chocobo and the Ryu in a lovable package. Just look at him waggle his scaly little tail. It's an exquisite combination, you must agree. And it would be remiss of me not to mention the craftsmanship that went into the outfit. Our weavers spared no effort to evoke the might and majesty of the Ryu in the diminutive form before you. The finished product is simply divine, is it not? I suppose? I still don't know what a Ryu is, but never mind. Thank you for letting me play with him. Yet again I failed to convey the virtues of our mascot. You come at the Ryu Metsuke's behest. I should be most grateful for your aid, adventurer. I seek only to share our mascot's charms with the people of Eorzea, but my every attempt has ended in failure, as you've just witnessed. Try as I might, I cannot see what I'm doing wrong. If you have any advice, anything at all, I would be most eager to hear it. You may want to talk more about the Ryu. Talk about the Ryu, you say? Rather than tediously explaining tradition, I had hoped to initiate the people through our mascots. You believe this is not enough? It might avail me to speak with the young girl as well. Let her gaze upon Ryunosuke once more, and... Oh? Wherever did our little mascot go? Followed after the girl, you say? We must find him, and quickly. Please, adventurer, will you not help with the search? Thank you. Now then, I believe the girl set off in the direction of the tavern. The drowning wench, was it? If we find her, I dare say we will find Ryunosuke. Ah, thank goodness you're here. I've been asking this guardswoman about the girl, but I'm struggling to make myself understood. Perhaps you can clear things up. The lady says she's looking for a girl with a Ryu, but I haven't the faintest idea what that is. Imagine a dragon. A tiny green dragon with googly eyes. I'm imagining it all right, but I can't say I've ever seen... Actually, hold that thought. Now that you mention it, there was a chocobo chick wearing what looked like a dragon costume. If that's your Ryu, then I saw it waddling after a young girl. I'm afraid I didn't observe where they went, though. Sorry I couldn't be help. Many thanks for your assistance. In my haste, I had neglected to explain the meaning of the word Ryu. As the Ryu Metsuke told me, the creature doesn't exist in Eorzea. If I had begun by clarifying that it is similar to a dragon, I could have avoided the Oh, I dare say I know now why our mascot has so struggled to win over the masses. I shall speak with this guardswoman a little more, in case she has aught else of note to share. Once I'm finished, I plan to scour the upper decks. In the meantime, might I trouble you to search the lower decks? Once we've finished, let us reconvene at Bulwark Hall. Was that an Imagine Dragons reference? A young lass and a chocobo chick. I spied them walking past the Aetheryte, though I couldn't say where they went from there. It appears the girl and the chocobo passed through the Aetheryte Plaza. I know the lass you're after. Sibley's her name, and she's the daughter of a fellow merchant, a good friend of mine, in fact. You'd be hard-pressed to find a happier father and daughter. They go fishing at the river together all the time, they do. But he'll soon set sail for faraway lands, I'm told. Sibley's worried sick, and for good reason. The ocean's a fickle mistress, and even a simple voyage could cost a man his life. Any road, she came through here earlier, but I'm afraid I couldn't say where she is now. Perhaps someone else can help you there. We'll learn something of note. Continue scouring the lower decks for more information. A girl with an oddly dressed chocobo chick? She passed by here just earlier. She looked a little lost, so I asked her if she needed help, but she told me she was fine, that she was heading to the Ageless River. Though I left it at that, I can't help but worry for her. Out there on her own, I hope you find her soon. You believe you have enough information on Sibley's whereabouts. Make your way to Bulwark Hall and report your findings to the Ryu Bugyo. Okay. What the hell? Wait. I've made a mistake. I've made a mistake. There she is. There you are. By your triumphant expression, dare I hope you've learned something of the little girl and our mascot? So, the girl, Sibley, was headed for the Ageless River? That you should find just the information we need is auspicious indeed. For my part, in the course of speaking with the locals, I was able to learn more about dragons. That is, while they have many similarities with the Ryu of the Far East, they are in fact different creatures. I'd been under the impression that they were one and the same, but be it their folklore or their status in mortal society, they are quite distinct. I had assumed that the people of Eorzea were like me, that they thought the Ryu was simply a dragon by another name. I suppose it is little wonder that... I'm sorry. I suppose it is little wonder that Sibley looked so puzzled during our first encounter. When next we find her, I shall do my utmost to explain the true meaning of our mascot. Now, off to the Ageless River with us. I don't know what's wrong with me lately. I just be tripping over my words all the time. Like, it makes sense in my head, but then when I go to say it out loud, it's like I fell down the stairs. Alright. What's that? Ah, it was somebody's mount. Oh, is that them? Chocobo sounds. I wish you didn't have to go, Papa. Huh? You're the adventurer from before. What are you doing here? Oh, thank the kami we found you, Sibley. And the lady in the fancy helmet, too. How do you know my name? I see. I'm sorry to cause you both trouble. I just wanted to visit my papa's favorite fishing spot. But your chocobo chick ended up following me all the way. Well, he's safe with you now. If there's nothing else, I'll be off. Pray wait a moment. In the course of searching for Ryunosuke, we couldn't help but learn that your father will soon embark upon a voyage, and it has left you feeling troubled. I realize we are but strangers, but if you are not averse, will you not talk to us about it? It's alright. My papa, he's heading to Hingashi for trade. I heard that it's a long and dangerous journey, and it made me worry. I wanted to pray to the navigator to keep him safe at sea. But then I found out that Limlian wasn't chosen this Heavensturn, and it made me worry even more. I see. As you say, it isn't the Navigator, but the Keeper who presides over the heavens this year. But if not for the Navigator, But if not the Navigator, I thought I could at least pray to a god from the Far East. That's why I went to talk to you. So that's the way of it. You came to me hoping to beseech our divinities to protect your father. But in my fervor to showcase our mascot, I failed to lend an ear to your earnest desire. Well, I hear you now, young one, and I shall tell you a tale about the Ryu that will grant you comfort. I just, need to recall a suitable one. Something that ideally features the ocean. Chocobo sounds. Oh? What's gotten into you, little one? Curious. What lies that way? Huh, what? Curious what lies that way, are you? It's a place called Woad Whisper Canyon. Papa told me that waterfalls appear there after the calamity, and they change the flow of the Nim River. Waterfalls changing the course of a river? I believe I have the perfect tale for you, Sibley. One that will bolster your spirits as your father departs on his journey. Let us head to these waterfalls, that we might avail ourselves of their ambience. Even Ryonosuke is keen, and we wouldn't want to ignore such a fortuitous omen. Chocobo sounds. A story that will give me comfort. I wonder what it's about. Unlike a dragon. Is that like a dragon? Like a Yakuza reference? The Ryu Bugyo has a mind to make for Woad Whisper Canyon. Come, let us head to these waterfalls. They would provide the perfect setting for my tale. Let me tell you the story about the greatest dragon of all, the Dragon of Dojima. There are a lot of parts to this story. With also spin-offs. Spin-off stories. Who would win in a fight? Nidhogg or the Dragon of Dojima? I have one question. Are there any bicycles nearby? Oh, they didn't come down? They're up on the top? Oh. Okay, shortcut. Chocobo sounds. They're big waterfalls, aren't they? Let us begin. The Ryu is a creature that shares many similarities with the dragons of Eorzea, but as I myself recently discovered, it is in fact a distinct being. Nor is there just the one Ryu. Nay, there exist myriad individuals, all of whom have their own tales. And the creature I will speak about is the mighty Seiryu, one of the four lords, whose legend holds birthed a great waterfall in the far east. Chocobo sounds. Hee hee. Oh, my phone's ringing. I'll call back, it's fine. Hee hee. That does sound exciting, doesn't it? In the region of Yansha flows the One River, and its plentiful waters nourish nearby lands. In ages past, it is said Seiryu drank so deeply of the river that he altered its very course, and in so doing gave rise to a waterfall, the Dragon's Struggle. While it is not widely known, Seiryu was also regarded as a guardian deity who protected people from disasters of water. Disasters like storms and floods? Indeed, long ago it was believed that calamities could be quelled by sacrificing a young maiden to a divine beast such as Seiryu. And while no written records exist, there is a tale of a seaside village that fell in the path of a raging storm. Desperate to calm the heavens, the villagers offered unto Seiryu one of their daughters. However, Seiryu showed no interest whatsoever in the young girl. To merely know the villagers' plight was enough for him, it seemed, and he turned the course of the storm and spared them untold devastation. A benevolent being is Seiryu, who wields his power over water for good. Even now he hears our prayers, and protects us and our loved ones from harm. That, my dear, is just one example of the noble beast we celebrate this Heavensturn. Together, let us offer a prayer to Seiryu, and wish your father safe travels and calm waters. That sounds perfect, miss. Thank you so much. We must thank Ryunosuke as well. Were it not for him, I might not have recalled the tale of Seiryu. Now you can pray to Seiryu for safe travels too, adventurer. Oh, but perhaps you already heard this story? That was my first time hearing it too. Really? Well then, I'm glad we could hear it together. Now that I think on it, miss, you said that no written records exist of that tale. How did you come to know it? An astute observation, Sibley. You see, my family is said to be descended from the maiden who was offered to Seiryu. As long ago as the event took place, there is no way to confirm the tale's veracity. But if true, then it is by the grace of Seiryu that I am here, alive. Thus have I made it my mission to spread the word of his noble kind. Looking back, from time to time you followed after Sibley. It is as if you have been guiding me, little one. I may be your caretaker, but it was you who was watching over me. Oh, from the time, okay. Sorry. Just like an honest-to-God's Ryu. With this, I now know what I must do to initiate people into our traditions, and I shall continue doing so for as long as the Ryu reigns in the heavens. Come, let's head back to the city together. We wouldn't want to make your father worry, now would we, Sibley? Damn, it's kind of crazy. It's like perfect timing for this story because I only just learned about the Four Lords like 2 days ago. I'm working my way through that quest line right now. Pretty cool. Alright, let me see what that phone call was all about. What the hell? Never seen that mount before. Or did I? I don't know. It looks familiar, but not familiar. I think I did see it once in a PvP battle. Now that I think about it. Pretty cool, though. Is that so? Glad am I to hear that our adventurer friend was of assistance. There you are, adventurer. Lest you wonder, young Sibley is now safely home, and I have just apprised the Ryu Metsuke of our fruitful outing. Now that I have discovered a more suitable approach to my draconic dilemma, I wish to wander the city again for onlookers. Though I regret to impose upon you once more, your support with Sibley was most helpful. Might you accompany me while I make my rounds about the area? With your discerning eyes, I am certain that you could readily identify those who might be receptive to our message. What say you? I'm truly grateful. Come, let us set forth at once. The Ryu Bugyo and Ryunosuke are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave the Ryu Bugyo and Ryunosuke behind by entering a different area or by speaking to them and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have the Ryu Bugyo and Ryunosuke accompany you again, return and speak with them at their original location. Alright. Chocobo sounds. Ryunosuke puffs out his little chest, looking every ilm a proud Ryu. Ryu and Dragon, East and West. While the differences between our cultures are numerous indeed, we have much and more to learn from one another. Together with Ryunosuke, I hope to leave a favorable impression. Hmm? What the hell's is that chocobo chick supposed to be dressed up as? Ryunosuke here is wearing a costume that mimics the Ryu, dragons of the Far East. It is held that these creatures have mastery over water, and a sailor such as your good self may benefit from knowing about them. Huh. If you ask me, it looks more like a sea serpent. Hold it. It wouldn't have anything to do with that thrice-damned primal Leviathan, would it? I assure you that there is no connection whatsoever. Far from causing disasters of water, the Ryu is a benevolent beast that protects us from them. If you're interested in knowing more, I invite you to seek us out at the Aft Castle. Is that right? Still, here in Limsa, we've got the Navigator. That's all the protection we need on the high seas. Ah, yes. I understand the people of your nation look to Limlian to favor them with safe voyages. Be that as it may, disasters of water can strike beyond the bounds of the sea, in which case, placing your faith in the Ryu could provide you with added assurance. Ha! I suppose it don't hurt to have more friends in high places, as it were. Fine. I'll go and see what this is all about. Alright, well that worked out. By the gods, I had just resolved to salve my soul with the sight of adorable creatures this year, and what should appear but the most charming of chocobo chicks. What's your name, little one? And what is that winsome outfit you're wearing? You have a keen eye, sir. This little fellow is Ryunosuke, and he is dressed as a Ryu, a dragon of the Far East. By thus attiring Eorzea's favorite beast of burden, we hope to create a symbol of friendship between our lands. Well now, that this adorable form should harbor such splendid symbolism. I'd never heard of this Ryu before, but now I'm keen to know more. In that case, sir, I invite you to seek us out at the Aft Castle anon. There we will be glad to answer all your questions. Excellent. We shall head there at once. Damn, it's really busy today. I guess everybody else is trying to finish the event before it's over too, huh? It's not just me. Yes? How can I assist you in your curiously dressed chocobo chick? If I may shed some light on the mystery of our mascot, little Ryunosuke here is named for the Ryu, dragons of the Far East. Oh? I thought dragons are supposed to be fearsome. This little fellow looks anything but. Our costume companion notwithstanding, the Ryu is in fact a powerful and fearsome beast. Yet by the same token, they are fondly regarded as symbols of good fortune. Should you be curious about them, we would be glad to tell you more at the Aft Castle. A being that's regarded with both fear and fondness. Intriguing. Perhaps I'll pay a quick visit to the Aft Castle before returning to work. Oh, what a relief to see the locals take an interest in the Ryu. I dare say we've gathered enough people, so let's head back to the Aft Castle. Just how powerful are these Ryu? Sounds like it'll be smooth sailing for me this year. Maybe I should get my own blessing. Oh, to be a chocobo chick in a dragon costume. How precious. So, our Bugyo makes her triumphant return. You've done a tremendous job to pique the interest of so many. You are too kind, Metsuke. None of this would have been possible without the adventurer and Ryunosuke's help. There you are, miss. My papa wanted to meet you, so I brought him. So, you're the kindly folks who helped my Sibley. I haven't the words to properly thank you, but I'm grateful for what you've done. I'm glad to see my girl smiling again. Pray do not mention it, sir. We too owe Sibley much and more. How fares the preparation of your journey, if I may ask? Very well, thank you. And with Sibley praying to the legendary Seiryu for my safety, no matter how far I venture from home, I have no doubt that all will be well. I shall pray for your safety as well. What little we might do to help you on your way, we'll gladly do it. Indeed, while sharing the blessing of the divine beasts is a fine thing, naught is more rewarding to our delegation than fostering friendship between our lands. For all the help you've afforded us, I wish to give you a proper reward, yet I do not know what might be suitable. Chocobo sounds. Ryunosuke? Are you saying you wish to accompany our adventurer friend? I believe that little one wishes to be your charm against tumultuous waters, and he would be hard-pressed to choose a better companion. We still have Ryuji to aid us in our work, so if you wish it, Ryunosuke is yours. Ryunosuke, my little guardian, thank you for everything. May your divine aura keep our friends safe. And may you and yours enjoy the rest of Heavensturn season, my friend. Know that whenever the Ryu roars, good fortune shall be upon you. Hey, we did it. Should you wish to draw Omikuji, the Omikujishi has returned to offer his services for the remainder of the celebration. Seek him out for a Heavensturn fortune. Furthermore, 12 extra fortunes have been divined this year. Keep a watchful eye on the adventure section of your Omikuji and discover what new journeys might lie in wait for you. Next time on Dragon Ball. That's a Dragon Ball Z reference. Is it also a Dragon Ball reference? I know for sure Dragon Ball Z. Ryunosuke. Aw, he thinks he's dragons. Let's see here. Ryunosuke. As part of her efforts to introduce the noble Ryu, one of the totem animals to usher in a new year in the Far East, the Ryu Bugyo arranged for this chocobo hatchling to serve as a mascot. For its part, the creature seems to enjoy its role and wears its outfit with adorable zeal. Yes, I can feel the presence of mighty dragons all around us. Oldie's nuts. Last year, the Omikuji actually came true. Oh, Sibley and her dad are here. You're so lucky, Papa. I'll pray to Siriu and ask him to give you lots of good fortune, too. Well, what do you know? It says great fortune. That bodes well for my voyage. Let's see. According to this Omakuji, good fortune is upon me. Now, as I recall, there are other minor fortunes in addition to this one. This should be written here somewhere. Aha! Here we are. Relationships. Treasure thy closest comrade. A fine fortune, but which comrade does it speak of exactly? I suppose it can't hurt to show them all a little extra appreciation, but... fair fortune, is it? Well, I'll happily take that over the alternative. But I shudder to think what will happen if I make the same mistakes I did last Heavensturn. If I'm to properly understand this fortune, I must thoroughly read through each section. Here's one. Relationships. Treasure thy closest comrade. That should be simple enough, but who might this comrade be? Perhaps I should ask Botafoin for his insight. As Mochi Daikon, it is my duty to distribute festive rice cakes to our patrons, and our mochi stores can barely keep up with demand this Heavensturn. I take it your earnest endeavors are to thank for that, adventurer. Anyone else around here that I haven't noticed? Was this person always here? My son has flown the nest, and I know not of what has become of him. Each day I buy more fish than I need, that I might have a meal to feed him should he wander back through our door. I'm not sure if they were always here or not. Anything new in the store? No. But yeah, last year the Omakuji became real, and we ended up getting a big giant mansion house. It was very good luck. Though we leave Ryunosuke in your care, his younger brother Ryuji appears content to remain here and celebrate. 'Tis a joy to see him so fervently flapping about in his draconic attire. May Ryunosuke serve you well, my friend, and may the blessings of the Ryu be upon you always. Alright. Greetings, my friend. I deal in Omakuji, traditional Far Eastern fortunes. Would you care to draw one? Draw Omakuji. You may draw as many as you like, but know that you must pay a fee of 100 gil per draw. That's alright, we'll only need one. Very good. I shall be happy to oblige. Great fortune. Thou shalt experience extraordinary fortune. Keep these words of guidance in thy heart. Adventure. Shirk not the offers of the August, for proffered hands forge new bonds. Relationships. A star-guided companion is closer than thou knowest. Prosperity. A treasure map thou shouldst unfurl. Unto great fortune it shall lead thee. Conflict. Beyond repetition lieth truth. Neglect not thy training. Favor. Be decisive like unto the navigator, and serendipitous winds shall bear thee high. You will be unable to review the contents of your fortune after closing this window. Are you sure you would like to proceed? Yeah. How did you fare? Whether it was the desired result or otherwise, I pray the words imparted by the fortune serve to guide you in the coming days. What did it mean by there were other fortunes? Do you know what I'm talking about? It was like, oh, make sure you check this section. My quest log? Is that what it was? What was it talking about? Ooh. Oh, that's not it. That's not it either. Huh? I don't know. I think that was it. I'm not sure. But, we did it. We got through an entire year's worth of event videos, because I think the first one that we did was Heavensturn last year. So, hey, that's a whole year down, and hopefully we got another year to go. Hopefully we can keep this going. But, I don't know what it was talking about with the fortunes. I guess I'll try to find it out on my own before the event's over. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the event. I guess I'll see you for the next one. Happy New Year, everybody, and I'll see you all next time.